And it is the holiday season, so you know what, I figured let's do some holiday makeup today. As you can see, I don't have anything on my face except a moisturizer, so yes, we're doing full glam today. Holiday glam, that is. If you're interested in the holiday glam, then stay tuned. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. The Summer here, yes, full glam time. I have my full setup. I got my brushes with me, and yeah, let's do some makeup. I do have a fragrance of the day already on. Of course, no lipstick of the day just yet, but fragrance of the day, you all, is from the House of Guerlain, and this is Angelique Noir, a beautiful vanilla and pear scent. I've missed you. You're doing what you need to do right now in this weather because it's literally 17 degrees outside today, so I figured why not wear something very nice to keep me cozy. Nails, OPI, Big Apple Red, my favorite holiday red every single year. I always get this color in December, so yeah, I had to wear it today. And now let's get into the makeup. First up, hair clips. Gotta have the hair clips. I get the little ones, y'all, because again, I have a pixie cut, so I don't need super long ones, but I like these because they just, you know, pull the hair back. All right, where is my mirror? I do have my mirror kind of sort of to the side, so if you see me looking to the side, you know why. And I also have my handheld one as needed, so I have all my tools, and let's get into it. First up, primer. I'm gonna put it on my little metal mixing pan. Thank you to whichever one of you L's reminded me not to just put foundation and product on my brushes because it overly absorbs. Thank you, you know who you are. And I remembered I had my old school mixing pans back from when I was an MUA, and I was like, yeah, let's pull that out. I'm gonna use a Sigma dual fiber brush. This is a contour and blush brush, but most importantly, it's about the fibers. Just FYI, you all, you can use your brushes how you want to use them. Don't ever forget that. Some of them have, you know, intended purposes and things, but trust and believe, when you only have a limited amount of brushes, you can use them for multiple purposes. So, all right, and we have our primer on the face. And while we're at it, I'm going to be using a lot of products that I've been actually enjoying. So consider this like a get ready with me as well as current faves and obsessions type of video all in one. So let's get into concealer. You all, I've been living for the Natasha Denona High Glam whole line, not even just one product, the whole High Glam line. I am a stand for it now. And recently I picked up the High Glam Concealer, you all, because of course the liquid foundation is having a moment right now. I've done a demo of that in my shorts. But this concealer, I got it in my matching foundation shade. I wear the shade NY12. That is dark neutral. That's what that stands for, how they have it written up in their color system. Because of, you all, this foundation is so creamy and I love the color. Okay, we got a hair there. I'm gonna put a little bit right there. And when I say a little bit goes a very long way with this concealer, like so serious. And the girls have been saying that this has been hyped up even before the liquid foundation came out, and I see why. I'm a fan. And I'm only using just whatever came out on that one pump, y'all. Well, not a pump because it's just a bottle. But the doe foot applicator is everything. It's flexible. Another thing I want to note too, because I kind of noticed this pattern of people wanting to argue with me about what shade I had and telling me I was wrong. FYI, sometimes people, you have to go to the brand's official website or you have to go to other websites besides, say, Sephora or Ulta in order to get the full shade range. I needed to say that. Because I recognized, you all, that when it comes to the shade I wear, it's not on Sephora's website. That's why I'm saying it. And I know the shade above it, NY11, is on there. I had a woman trying to argue with me about that. It was kind of interesting. And I was like, bless her heart, she doesn't know. So we're going to take this moment to educate. You know, instead of going back and forth, that type of thing, that doesn't help. And just, you know, let everybody know that sometimes you actually need to go to a brand's website or to other sites in order to get new shades or limited shades, you know, that type of thing. Although this is a part of their regular shade range line, I want to say that. So FYI, if you're a person that's been interested in any of the Natasha Denona High Glam line, your shade might just be on another website. Like, for example, I ordered this concealer from Ulta because they actually had the full shade range. And also had a coupon too. We love that. I'm just using a Sephora airbrush concealer brush, by the way. This is the number 57. They still make this. It just looks different now, by the way. I own multiple of this concealer brush. And yeah, I stand it. If this one dies, I'm just gonna buy another one. But do y'all see how this concealer blended out? It's covering what it needs to cover. I love the formula of this. Again, I stand the Natasha Denona High Glam line. And speaking of Natasha Denona High Glam, yes, you probably guessed it. We're doing the foundation today too. We're going to do it. Again, same shade. NY12 is what we're going to do. But before I put on my foundation, how about I prime my eyes? I'm using my MAC Prep and Prime 24-hour eyeshadow base. I've been using this ever since it came out, so at this point, a decade. I remember when this was new at counter and we got it in gratis, and I've been buying it ever since. I literally love this stuff. And that's saying something because it's very rare, especially with how much makeup and things come out now, that I continue to use something over and over again. So yeah, that's how you know this product is really, really good. And I like the fact that it's essentially almost clear, so it doesn't matter what type of eye look I'm doing, whether it's like a neutral or something dramatic and smoky, it's gonna work. And of course, everything I talk about will be down in the description box below, as well as products, so don't worry, it'll be down there. So our eyes are prepped. Back to the foundation. This is the High Glam foundation from Natasha Denona. As y'all can see, I have been using this stuff. Hands down, this has been my favorite foundation as of late. I've been wearing it non-stop in a lot of different looks that y'all have been seeing on here. Oh yeah. I started out with like essentially 2.5 pumps essentially. And let's see, foundation brush. Let's keep it in the family. Sephora, number 47 brush, an OG. Little Fix Plus, always to wet it. But yes, I just love how much of an airbrush finish this foundation gives along with this brush. Because yes, you can apply your foundation, y'all, with a sponge or even your fingers and all that. But for me, it's always gonna be a brush. I just love the look that it gives. And it's more blended, more even to me. And I don't use as much product because you don't want to overdo it with too much, you know, foundation and product, because then you give cake face. And we don't want to do that. Although there was a time though. There really was a time. Especially like 2014. Oh yeah. Cake face for sure. I know I was. Can y'all relate? Were y'all heavy into the beauty community and into full glam back then in the heyday of makeup, especially here on YouTube? Let me know in the comment section below if you were that person, because I definitely was. I'm still working out of those original 2.5 pumps on my metal plate, just FYI. Do y'all see how this foundation just like blends in? It just looks so good, y'all. And spoiler alert, you all, I recently even purchased the powder foundation version of this High Glam foundation that Natasha has, because again, I'm obsessed with it. And let me know if y'all want to see a demo of the powder foundation. I haven't used it because it literally just showed up last night. But yeah, let me know. I'll be happy to do a demo of it. And this is our complexion base. Just already, this is tea. Hands down, this just might be my favorite foundation of the year. I think it actually is for us, a new release foundation. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say it. The Natasha Denona High Glam, yes. And they have like 50 plus shades too, so that's something else that I think is really good, especially if you're a person that's been looking for a new foundation. Again, I purchased it myself, so this is not an ad. I want to be clear about that. I just really like this foundation. And speaking of Natasha Denona, I'm gonna go ahead and do my under eye highlight. You all, I just got this too. This came in the same order as my powder foundation version I was telling y'all about. So I picked up a lighter shade of this High Glam concealer to highlight with, because again, I'm just loving the formula. And just in general, when it comes to like products, brand items just work best together. I just like to have a whole set. Since we're doing Natasha Denona foundation, we're doing the concealers to go along with it. By the way, you all, my highlight shade is the shade Y10, which this is like a dark yellow shade. That's how they have it written up. It was on the same side for dark foundations, which my foundation falls in the dark category with Natasha Denona. So of course I was like, let me just find a shade up from it, a shade or two up from it on this shade chart, and that's what I did. Again, that is the shade Y10 for highlighting. As y'all can see, just a little bit under the eyes, because again, a little bit of this concealer goes a long way, and I love that about it. Do I want to do Beauty Blender, or do I want to do concealer brush? How am I feeling today? I'll do Beauty Blender. I know I already wet it after all. So with the highlight, as you can see, yes, it's a shade or two lighter, more so on the 2 shades lighter. That's how much I prefer my highlight to be, no more than that. Because otherwise, if you do more than that, you'd be beige under the eyes. Translation, I'd be looking white under the eyes, and I don't want to do that because then I look dead. But look how seamless that is. Look how pretty that is. You just want to have, you know, a glow from within. We want to look like we got 8 hours of sleep for the past month every single night. That's what we're going for here. Because again, we're doing holiday glam, and holiday glam means we look our best. And with what's left on my sponge, I'll go in my T-zone just for the residual glow. I don't like to put a whole lot of concealer there because I don't want to look too bright in the middle of my face. I just more so do it under the eyes for me. You can do that, but again, it's a personal preference. Oh, you all, this product, absolutely one of the best finds I've picked up this season. This right here is a newer release, you all, from Pat McGrath Labs. They extended their Skin Fetish Sublime Perfection Blurring Under Eye Powder shades, and they now have the shade Peach. I don't know if I told you all about this, but I got it while I was out in LA back in November, and this literally was the last one in the store. I'm so grateful to the ladies that were willing to dig in a drawer to help me find it. I really appreciate it. But you all, the peach shade, great for anybody with medium deep skin tones. That's what I wear in their shade range in Pat McGrath, so that's why I'm saying that. And they have another shade too. They have an amber shade that's even richer than this for those with deeper skin tones, FYI. So they have a powder for you, and also fairer skin tones. But I'm just gonna use a little bit of it on this powder puff, these little triangle puffs. I get these off of Amazon, no big deal. Everybody's selling these now. You can get them in like TJ Maxx, Amazon, you know. But this blurring powder, the peach, I did not know I would like a peach powder better than, say, a yellow powder, or like, you know, the banana powders and things we used to all do back in the day. But I've been using this under my eye first before I go in with all of those. Everything. And I've been getting more compliments on my makeup in the comments, Els. I really appreciate that. So yeah, this has been helping to make everything look better, just so y'all know. That's another reason why I want to do this video with like a full, you know, in-depth breakdown of makeup, because I see you all's comments, I see your questions asking, what is this, what is this, what is this? I'm like, stay tuned. Long form videos is where we give the details, and we're doing that today. And this is what the blurring peach powder looks like under the eyes. One thing about Mama Pat, she gonna always do some complexion well. So there's that. Now I'm gonna go in with a little bit of my Huda Beauty loose bake powder, the Easy Bake. This is the shade Blondie. So I still use this, but I don't use it to press in and bake like I used to. I now use it more so just to sweep powder across my face, more so because I still like the blurring effects of this, but I just don't want to pack it on, if that makes any kind of sense. See how I'm sweeping it? And I recently got a backup of this powder too, back during the Sephora savings event sale they had, because I love how this powder looks. I just like how it looks all over my face. It's still a good color all over, and it doesn't make me look ashy, which we appreciate that. I dust it all over to essentially knock off the shine that's kind of left over from the foundation, because it's more of a satiny serum foundation, and it's cool and all, but I kind of need some of that shine to go away, so that's why I do that. Alrighty, let's do some contouring, because again, we're still framing out this face, but I like where we're headed. I'm gonna go in with my original formula. I have to say that now since it's been reformulated, my MAC Studio Fix Powder. I use the shade NW48. I've had this so long that the stickers come off, but I know the color. But I use NW48 as my contour shade because it's like a dark, neutral, golden kind of color, and it just works for my skin tone. Again, going back to my point of, you use products how you want. Yes, they have a purpose, because this is technically a foundation powder, but I like it as a contour for me. You know, mix and match, play with your makeup, make it your own. And I'm using a large angle contour brush from Sigma, just FYI if anybody wants to know. little cheek there. A little slight carve out, you know. I don't do harsh lines. We don't do that. Not anymore. Back in the day though, we did, and it was a time. Now to bronze it out, I'm gonna go in with my fluffy angled Morphe bronzer brush. I've had this thing for years. Yeah, they don't even make this line anymore. But it's a bronzer brush, y'all. For bronzer, where is it? Oh, it's right here in my face. I've been using this all year. Y'all know this has been my favorite bronzer, hands down. So again, best of 2025. This is the medium deep bronzer shade, and this is the Power Sculpt Velvet Bronzer from House Labs. When I say they did their thing with this, I even tried, y'all, recently their new sculpting little crayons they have. I like those too. If I was a cream contour girl, I would absolutely be all over it, but I like powder, y'all. Always have. I just feel like I can better control and diffuse powder, bronzer, contouring products. That's just a personal preference. But I know creams have been having like a whole moment in makeup, so I get it. All right, we are bronzed. And just for a little harmony, Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Finish Airbrush Powder. I use the shade Tan 3. If I can get it open. Y'all know the drill. So a little bit of this, just a little dusting to bring everything together. Again, not packing it on, just a little dusting. Keep everything, you know, all together. Now for some Fix Plus. To, you know, melt it all into the skin. The fan. But y'all knew that was coming. All right, and the complexion part is done. Now, let's start on these eyes. Yes, because we already have our primer on. You all, palette I've been loving ever since I got it. And I think y'all know this because I talked about it. It got a video and everything. This right here, my Natasha Denona Eye Sculpt Texture and Tone palette. This is a newer release for the fall. As you can see, I've been using it as battle scars. I took it with me to New York for Scent Explorer and everything. So it is trip approved. I want to say that as well. It packs well, no issues. But here is the palette once again. This is the dramatic one, basically the one for medium deep to dark skin tones. And yes, this is correct. This is perfect. If you're my complexion or deeper, you're gonna love this one. All right, I'm gonna take an old school MAC 224 brush. Let's see. One thing about this one, there's so many neutral shades in here and I love it. Just like classic shades that I can just work with. That's why this is such an easy reach palette for me. I'm gonna go in with, I'll start with up in the corner W1. That's what I'm gonna do. Yeah, I'm gonna do W1. I'm gonna go into that crease. See, it gives a subtle bit of color there. Do the same thing on this side. All right, we're gonna go in with something a little bit deeper. So we're gonna do W3 on the same row, just down here at the bottom, using the same brush. Okay, I just remembered I have on a white shirt and I'm not really watching if anything's falling on me. I hope not. See how we have a little bit more depth going here. For me, when I do like holiday looks, they tend to go more so neutral, shimmers, and a pop somewhere in the mix, and that's what we're doing today. All right, now let's add a little bit more depth. I'm thinking, yeah, we're gonna go to the other side of the board and do N1. Yeah, I'm gonna do N1. I just love how this palette works, man. It's easy. I don't need 5 different palettes to create the look I'm going for. I don't care if it's an everyday look or a going out look like we're doing today. This palette gonna do it. And that's what we want. Yes, we want functionality in our makeup. Ain't that right? I know. Let me know, Els, what's been your favorite makeup palette this year? Drop it in the comment section below. I want to know what we're doing. Because one thing about y'all, I know if you're here, yes, you're here for fragrance, but a lot of y'all are here for the makeup too, because y'all are beauty girls and guys as well, and I know that. Let me know, what makeup have y'all been loving this year, particularly eyeshadow? Because, by the way, speaking of which, I have a prediction for 2026. I am convinced full glam is coming back, because I've been noticing a lot of shimmer and makeup products and things are coming back, which translates to high glam. 2026, we wearing makeup again. Well, some of us never stop, but I'm saying like the masses with the brands and what they're going to release, I think we're going to get full glam again, and I am so excited about that. Okay, this is like our eye so far. Let's put something on this lid. I'm gonna go in with W2. I'm really loving the W side of this palette today. W2 right here. I've been using this color a lot too, because I'm noticing I got a little dent in it. And I did not wet my brush. This is just what it looks like out of the palette. Look how shimmery that is. Isn't that pretty? Because again, it's the holidays, y'all. We need shimmer. So whether you're going to an office party, a family get together, hanging out with friends, people coming home, family, it doesn't matter. You still want to look glam. Yeah, I really like this. I told you I've been reaching for this palette non-stop. And this is it with a brush. I've even noticed too that like you use your finger, it'll lay it down even better. I'm actually gonna do a little bit of that right now. To really lay the color on. Oh yeah, that's pretty. That is pretty. Let's do that again for the other side. Yeah, we like that. I'm gonna go back in with my fluffy brush in our original color W1, just to, you know, blend everything in together. And since it's the holiday season, I want a little bit more drama going on here. I've been enjoying these two, you all. This is from Dose of Colors, and this is their It's Literally Magic Multi-Use Shimmer Sticks. These things were out of stock for months, but when they restocked, I immediately grabbed it. Look at that. And it's like cool to the touch, and it just adds additional sparkle to the eye. Yeah. See that? Yes, because again, it's holiday time. This is when you wear your sparkle and glitter. I'm just saying, why not? I've been loving these. And it's like cool to the eye. I really like it. Glitter. All right, we need something to deepen this here outer V. Yes, so let's take something darker. I'm gonna go in with N3 and a little bit of C1 in this palette. N3 first, just to see how I like it. Yeah, a little more drama there. Oh yeah. I might just leave it at the N3. Yeah, I think I am. Because I like where we're going here. And we need a little bit of dark and deftness under the eyes. So I'm going to take a little bit again, some more of that N3 and put it down here. Because we need a little drama. Before, you know, we put in just like full on eyeliner. Woo. Ah! Got mine a little bit. And this is the eye so far. I've been using my House Labs liquid eyeliner. I've been using this all year. I even have a backup on deck. And this is already a repurchase, so that's how you know I really like this eyeliner. I just like how black it is. It has a little bit of a shine to it as well, which is very high gloss and high glam to me. And there's that. FYI, I am not a wing girl. Like, I just never have gotten along with a wing. It's not me. I mean, I have almond shaped eyes, so I mean, I could do one, but it's not worth the headache. And I never do them on here, just ever, and not in everyday life either. I can't think of the last time I actually did a wing. Do y'all wear wing eyeliner? Let me know. And how do you do it? Because it's been a minute. I just don't want to concentrate that much. And then sometimes I end up looking like a panda or a raccoon, and it's just, no. It's not worth it. All right. And we have eyeliner. Okay, now for the waterline, MAC Feline Pencil and Oldie But Goodie. Now, if you want to make this even more dramatic, you could take a nude eyeliner or a white one to really make the eyes pop. I used to do that too back in the day. I still have a white eyeliner now that I think about it. And of course, same thing on this eye. And eyeliner. And since we're doing full on glam, yes, we're doing lashes. Oh, let me flip them upside down. Yes, we're doing lashes. You all know this is what I wear. I wear the Lilly Lashes, the 3D Minks. Yes, this is from the high glam era. I don't want none of the other things. Give me a mink lash every time. This is in the style Rome, FYI. This is more of a shorter style, but still dramatic at the same time. And I've been enjoying these lately. One thing about Lilly Lashes, when I say I get so many wears out of these things, I wear one pair of lashes for a whole entire month of looks. And I'm always doing makeup, which y'all know that because y'all see it here in real time. So yeah, that's why they're my favorite. They're absolutely worth the money. I've been wearing them for years. I remember when Lilly was on Shaws of Sunset, and I was like, who is this chick? She's everything. She's so fabulous. It's just big glam, big everything. I'm with it. But she was so tiny at the same time. And her eye makeup was always tea. So it makes sense that her lash line would be amazing. All right. This is the lash glue I use. I get this from my local beauty supply store. And when I say it's my absolute favorite, better than anything else I have used. And I've used a lot of lash glues over the years. And I also get clear glue, by the way. Clear is the best because it allows you to place your lashes better. Even if you have a little, misplacement incident, it won't ruin your look like black eyelash glue will do. That stuff is the worst to try to clean up. I just love this glue right here. This is Sassi glue. I've been using this one tube for months now. I got a backup of it recently because you actually should, replace your glue every few months. Because, it gets thicker, it changes, and you just want to keep it hygienic, No eye infections, we don't want that. Not fun. So, yep, got it on here. I like that it doesn't take too long for this lash glue to dry down because nobody wants to wait forever. And I have my lash tweezers, my lash application tweezers. Let's get into it. So I always take my lashes first, like by hand, real old school. I always place them on here first. I always place them manually. See, we're placing them manually. And then we're going with our lash tweezers to, move them around and get them how we really want them. So they land right. There we go. Okay, we did good. Normally when I try to film this, it gets weird. Yay! And yes, it goes on white, but it dries down clear, just FYI for those that may be wondering. That's why we like the clear glue. I just can better see where the lashes are being placed, and that's the point. Now let's do the same thing for the other side. Yeah, I always use my handheld mirror when I'm placing my lashes because I need to see. Okay, I really like my eyeshadow. This shimmer is everything. Yes. Okay, we got a good lash placement today. Yay! And we have placed our lashes. I don't have to do too much cleanup this time. And we have lashes on. Oh yeah, Don't let that continue to dry down before we do anything else related to the eyes, that is. Next up, I'm gonna do my brows. I use my Benefit brow pencil. I use the shade 3.75. It's like a nice kind of warm-ish medium brown color. It matches my brows because I recently got my hair colored, and I always dye my brows too whenever I get my hair done. Well, my stylist does it when she does my hair color because, yeah, I let her do that. We love her. And fun fact, I never know what color my hair is going to come out. She does a different shade of blonde every time. So that's why, like, when people ask me in real life, hey, what color is your hair? I have no idea. I just let her do what she do. I've been going to my stylist for over a decade. So yeah, we have that kind of relationship. Alright. Gonna put that right here to make sure it's where it needs to be. And that is a brow. We love that. Oopsie. Almost had the mirror in the way. I want y'all to be able to see what we're doing here. Yeah. So are y'all using pencils for your brows, or are y'all using pomades, gels? What are we doing? I'm still a pencil girl, as y'all can see. Cause like I have powders and things, but y'all, they're just sitting there collecting dust on my vanity, and I'm probably gonna declutter them at the end of the year when I do my usual end of the year makeup declutter. Let me know if y'all want to see a declutter, by the way, of my makeup. I'll film it if y'all want to see it. But yeah. All right, let's brush out the front. Alrighty, now for brow gel. I always use my Anastasia brow gel. This is in the shade Caramel because it essentially, you know, locks in your brows, but it also gives my brows golden highlights to, you know, match my hair. I'm gonna clean up the end of this brow because it's not as precise. I'm just gonna take an angled brush and just use a little bit of the excess foundation that's left over on my mixing pan and clean that up. Sometimes you have to do that, and that's okay. Alrighty, and now that my eyes are mostly dried down, I'm referring to the lash glue. I'm gonna go on with my mascara. This is from Maybelline. This is the Falsies Lash Lift in Ultra Black because, okay, the bottom lashes still need some drama too now. A little bit down here. I'm gonna wiggle that around. I see I got some excess concealer in my little creases down there. We'll clean it up too. Don't worry. Don't worry. All right, I had to get that out of my eye. And don't blink too hard because, you know, we don't want to have too much going on under the eye. Now, let's see what I'm gonna do next. Let's do my cheek. Blush, you all. I'm going to do, this is one I got recently. This is from NARS. This is the new NARS Orgasm Rush color. This is a newer shade. Y'all, obsessed. How pretty that is. A little bit goes a very long way because I just want to add a little, you know, warmth. And there is some shimmer in this blush. But boy, I love this color. I told you all, this color was sold out like in my area a lot because it's just that girl. And it might end up being my favorite one out of this whole range of shades, you know, with this name. But yeah, this color is gorge. Yeah, really like that. You can go in with more, but I don't wear a ton of blush. I know that's been a trend lately in the makeup community, particularly with the younger girls, but that's not me. That's not me. I do a little bit of color just to, you know, balance the face. Now, for some glow, I'm Gonna go on with my NARS right here. Y'all have seen me talk about this absolute favorite highlighter of the year. I haven't used anything else since this came out. This is Ophelia. This is the light reflecting luminizing powder. The shade is Ophelia. Want to emphasize that. They have other shades, but when I say Ophelia was made for me, if you have a medium deep to dark skin tone, yes, everything. A little bit goes a long way. Just taking my Anastasia Beverly Hills highlight brush. See? And more glowy skin. That's the name of the game. A little bit on the brow highlight bone there. All right. Now for the lip. I'm gonna go in with MAC Prep and Prime Lip, which I knew that already. Can't believe we're at the end here. Lip pencil, MAC Cork, oldie but goodie, my favorite brown pencil of all time. It's a golden brown color. I'm telling y'all, I've tried so many different lipstick pencils, makeup pencils in my day, but I always come back to MAC. It's just that girl. And that is Cork. And of course, since it's a holiday makeup look, we're doing a red, and this is from Sephora collection, the OG. This is #1, always red. Often imitated, never duplicated. Love this one. It's a cream color, long wear. I recently wore this not too long ago out, and it got so many compliments, so I said, oh yeah, we're gonna do it again today. Bottom lip. I haven't re-dipped, by the way, either. I always like to do a true full coat first before I retouch it, re-dip it. And that's the red lip. Do I need another coat? I'll do it in the center, but it really doesn't need it. That's one thing I love about this. These Sephora lip colors, these lip creams, they're super affordable and they go on sale pretty regularly. But this one right here, if you know, you know, the red is always sold out because if you're OG in makeup, you know this red eats. It still eats. And that is the red. Oh, that's pretty. I've been wearing this color for years. I'm talking a decade, and I still love it. I keep it in my stash. Oh, yes. Now to, you know, finish out everything because we're here. Like I said, I'm going to clean up under the eye with a Q-tip just to remove, you know, excess product. You can use a brush too or a sponge if you need it, but I always just do Q-tips. Okay, we did that cleanup. Now to, you know, set the face. Favorite spray this year from Danessa Myricks, the Yummy Skin Liquid Blurring Balm. I've recommended this so many times. As y'all see, I got my full-size bottle like I told y'all I would. Yes, it sounds like a paint can, but it doesn't feel like a paint can on your face. I want to say that. Look. Of course, the fan. All right, and just for safety, I always go back in and just tap my face to press any excess liquid in from the sprays, which I don't really need to though. This did pretty good. And this is the face, everyone. I'm gonna take my clips out now. And here is the full and final finished full holiday glam look. Let me know what you think. This look is very classically glam, very classically holiday. Let me know. I love it. Okay, I need an event to go to right now. Let me know what you think about everything. And of course, everything I used today will be down in the description box below, linked under a tag. So don't worry, you'll be able to recreate it for your own holiday festivities. Let me know what you think. And as always, I will catch you all in the next video. Bye, elves.